When this e-commerce brand first reached out to us, here's what their Klaviyo account looked like. And here's what happened in just 90 days after using email marketing, starting with April, May, and June, netting an extra $178,000 for their business purely from email. So let's break down what their email marketing strategy looked like at the start of the 90 days and what it looks like now. So day one. So the first step here is figuring out what their email strategy looked like and also what the problems they're facing in their business are. So here are the problems that this brand was facing, and tell me if any of these sound familiar. Firstly, ads were getting really expensive. This brand needed a way to scale and increase their revenue without giving more money to Zuckerberg. 2, this brand just had a bunch of one and done customers, meaning they were doing all this work to get brands and customers through the door, only for them to purchase once and just never come back. 3, they needed an edge over the competition. This brand wanted a way to stand out, to be viewed as an authority and as a go-to brand in their niche. Now let's get into a full overview of what their strategy looked like on day one. 1, they were sending 1 to 2 campaigns out per month. Now they were low-key kind of spammy, to be honest, just sending like discounts and offers. Secondly, they did have an abandoned cart flow setup. Now that was actually pretty good. And thirdly, and finally, they had an embed form at the bottom of the website, and that was the only way they were collecting emails to actually grow their email list. This wasn't that good. So yeah, as a reminder, here's what their Klaviyo looked like at the start of the 90 days. And we're going to go through how the revenue increased every 30 days over the 90-day period and discuss the exact steps that took them there. Now, maybe you don't know what email marketing is. Email marketing is a direct marketing channel that allows e-commerce businesses to share any updates and new products, new sales, and update their customers on their email list. Email marketing is a super underutilized marketing channel. So while on stuff like Instagram, Google, Facebook, TikTok, while you could probably expect to net maybe $3-4 for every dollar you invest there, email marketing has a 36 ROI, meaning for every dollar that you invest in this channel, you expect to get $36 back. Now, there's 2 main reasons why email is so effective. Firstly, there are over 4.3 billion active email users around the entire world, and of those users, 99% of them check their inbox every single day. And secondly, email is a very direct and personalized form of communication, meaning that your marketing message is more than likely going to be really relevant to each customer, and that's going to make it convert much better. Now, what's the email marketing protocol for you to actually follow? Well, for effective email marketing, there's really 5 key things that you need. Firstly, you need to grow your email list. Secondly, you need to segment your email list. Thirdly, you need to send consistent and value-packed campaigns. Fourthly, you need to ensure that all your email automations or flows are set up. And finally, you need to make sure that none of your emails ever land in spam. Now, on day one, this brand was really lacking in all 5 key areas. So now that we had an idea of the problems we wanted to solve and the strategy that we were going to do to actually tackle these issues, it was time to dive in. So the first month, or day 1 to 30, this is the month of April. Now, the focus for month 1 is really just getting the foundations right. And a lot of that comes down to stalking the brand and doing our market research. So we want to figure out things like, what are the main problems that our products actually solve? What are some reasons that our customers do buy from us and don't buy from us? And how are we actually different from our competitors? Then, once we've completed our market research, we want to start setting up a pop-up to grow our email list, right? We won't be relying on that embed form at the bottom of the page anymore. It doesn't really work that well. We also begin segmenting our email list. And this is to make sure that we're avoiding blasting the entire email list, right? Like the whole email list probably doesn't want to hear from you anyway. So the segments that we start off with is typically with the engage segment, or anyone who is actively interested in staying up to date with the brand. The next priority in month 1 or in the first 30 days is to set up the core flows. Now, the core flows that we're referring to here would be the welcome series, which is connected to the pop-up, the abandoned cart, the abandoned checkout, and also the post-purchase thank you flow. And finally, while all of this is happening, we're also sending out 1 campaign to our engage segment every single week. But with just these few simple tweaks, we increased their revenue by more than $8,000 within the first month. But look, the job is far from done, because month 2 is where it actually starts to get fun. So I do want to click into these samples first. So you can see here on the first month, which is the month of March, this is kind of like the month 0 for us. We're sitting at a $23K per month baseline. And then in the following month, we had reached $31K. But again, job's not done yet. Let's jump into month 2. So the next phase, which is day 30 to 60, and this is the month of May. Now, email marketing, like honestly, a lot of good things, it really takes time to kick in before you start to see the benefits. And so we finished May by increasing their email marketing revenue for the month by $27,000. Now, how did we do that? There's two main things here. So firstly, we rounded out their complete flow strategy. While the core flows, they're really good to get started, the brand wanted to maximize their email marketing revenue. So we then created and set up an additional 6 flows. And these include some view product flows, which is like the browser abandonment flow, an active on site flow, which is site abandonment, and a few custom flows, which was very specific to their brand and their products. Second, we also finalized a campaign strategy for the next 3 months. By forecasting our content calendar that far in advance, it really allows us to plan for any key events, maybe some sales, maybe there's some best-selling products that are coming back in stock. And this allows us to create a really good strategy to maximize the revenue that we generate from these events. Here, we also increased the campaign frequency to 2 times per week, again, sending to the most engaged subscribers. With these changes, we saw a huge spike in email revenue, hitting over $59,000 in the month of May, again, purely from email. Now, for this brand, this was actually already a record month, but they had a really big sale coming around just the corner, and so we knew we had plenty of room to push. So this is month 1, April, ending in $31,000, and then in the month of May, here we had hit over 59 grand. And so day 60 to day 90, which is month 3, and now this is June. So this brand, again, they really wanted to squeeze every single dollar that they got from their email marketing. And with one of the brand's biggest sales happening in June, we knew we had partnered up at an amazing time. So what do most brands do when they have a really big sale on? They typically send one email to the entire list and they say, sale is on, buy now. But obviously for this brand, it just wasn't going to cut it. So over that sale period of 2 weeks, we actually sent 6 emails, and we were pushing their customers to the brand's best-selling products, some of the most popular categories, answering any FAQs, and showcasing their customer testimonials. This strategy helped them exceed their revenue target for the sale. But we didn't just send 3 campaigns per week for this sale period. We actually increased the campaign frequency to 3 per week for the whole month. And in fact, to this day, we're still working with this client and we still send 3 emails per week. Now, you might be thinking, how did you send this much to the audience? Wouldn't they feel like they're getting spammed? Isn't 3 a week too much? And now here's some of the deliverability stats that we have for that period, which is April to June. So you can see here, right, that the bounce rate actually decreased in that period. The spam rate did go up a smidge, but that's obviously because we're actually starting to send emails. And the unsubscribed actually dropped in that period as well. Now, I do want to quickly address this spam rate because we were at a spam rate of about 0.04%, and the actual recommended by Google and Yahoo in order to be a good sender is 0.3%. So we're literally less than 10 times the recommended spam rate. And now scrolling down a little bit, we can see that the deliverability stats for April 2023 all the way up until April 2024 over the course of a year, we had sent over 1 million emails for this brand. And again, our bounce rates had decreased. Our spam rates had gone up to 0.06, but again, leaving plenty of room well below that threshold of 0.3%. And our unsubscribe rate actually decreased in that period. So just think about that for a sec. So interestingly, again, you can see that our unsubscribe rate has actually been decreasing. This is because we were sending interesting, educational, and valuable emails that people actually want to read. This makes people want to stay on the email list instead of unsubscribing because they feel like they're getting genuine value from the emails that we send. All of these changes helped this brand hit a huge month with emails in June with $87,000, which was an increase of 64 grand per month, even just a few months prior. So you can see here month 2 in May, we had hit 59 grand, and in month number 3 of June, we had hit over 87 grand with email. So how did email marketing change their business? Well, firstly, the brand now has a reliable source of revenue outside of paid advertising. And unlike Facebook, Instagram, Google, TikTok, or whatever else, this brand actually owns this audience of customers, right? They're not reliant on an external platform to actually get their message out there. Secondly, this brand now has an improved customer retention. Email is one of the most effective ways to stay top of mind for your customers. And now because we're constantly in our customers' inboxes, the brand is now the first option to pop in their customers' minds whenever they're in the market. Thirdly, they now have an edge over their competition. And this was actually kind of funny because their competition started copying our emails and started adding them as blog posts on the website. And there's a little bit of proof here. I did hide some of the messages though, of course. But look, if you do happen to be the founder of this brand and you're watching this video, you probably know who you are. Instead of copying our stuff, just book a call with us in the description and come work with The Real Deal. Now, zooming out, here's what the Klaviyo account looked like in 2023. You can see the spike in revenue when we started working together. This revenue stayed consistent throughout all of 2023 and well into 2024, while email marketing has generated their business over $500,000 in revenue. So you can see here's the month of 2023. Here's where we started working together. there's a very clear spike. And again, this trend has continued well into 2024, and we're on track to doing 7 figures with email for them this year. So this is what's possible in just 90 days with email marketing if you follow the right strategy. Now, if you do want to have email be one of your most profitable marketing channels, but you don't have the time, capacity, or knowledge to do it yourself, or maybe you just want to work with a team of proven experts, then you can book a call with our team using the first link in the description. As we're a lean team, we only work with a handful of brands that we know we can provide results for. So in the call, we're going to do a really in-depth audit of your current email marketing strategy, suggest any key areas of improvement, and if it seems like we're the right fit, we'll offer you to work with our team. So we're looking forward to speaking with you soon. And then again, just click that first link in the description. Talk to you then.